Hey everybody, Roger here. I want to talk to you guys today about one of your asinine, not your, but a very asinine left-talking pundit that you guys might all know named Bill Maher. Bill Maher just came out and basically said that, you know, he's, for lack of better words here, he's rooting for a recession or we will lose our democracy. A lot of things here. So I'm going to start off with the first thing. America is not a democracy. America is a republic. It was founded as a republic. You know, a democracy is something that's, what would you say, ruled by the majority. You know, so what the majority thinks goes, and then that would basically undermine a lot of all of our freedoms and liberties. You know, at the cost of this sort of a dictatorship, I should say. Whereas republics are ruled by law. You know, we have our Constitution, we have all of our laws, and that's what we should be. Those are the things that bind us, because then you don't have an individual, you don't have personal thought, you have something that's equal for everybody, which is the law. It's equal in terms of punishment, reward, neutrality, etc., etc., etc. So that's what we are, in case anyone has forgotten about that. Bill Maher actually has, apparently. So, Bill Maher then goes on to say that that he does want the recession to happen.
This economy is going pretty well. We have to, what? Why is that funny?
It is going well for now.
For now, right. That's my, thank you. That's my question. Is like, I feel like the bottom has to fall out at some point. And by the way, I'm hoping for it, because I think one way you get rid of Trump is a crashing economy. Yeah. So please, bring on the recession. Yeah. Sorry if that hurts people, but it's either root for a recession or you lose your democracy.
Guess who that targets? Let's break it down. Black unemployment is at its lowest, I think, since it's ever been recorded, if not since the 60s. Receiving welfare, receiving any sort of government handouts is going down as well. You know, we're seeing a lot of people get back to work. We're seeing Americans come together and start being the force that we were back in the, I guess, the 80s. I'm not too sure. I was a kid in the 80s. But this is what Bill Maher is telling you. You know what he's saying? He's saying he wants this recession. He thinks it's better now because he doesn't like Trump. Well, guess what? He is choosing the fact that he hates Trump. And everything Trump stands for, he's basically slapping your progress as a minority in the face.
That's racist! That is racist. And this happens every single day. And I am so tired of it.
Have you thought about it that way? He's basically saying he wants the recession to happen because right now the only people really seeing any benefit are minorities. You know, the blacks, Mexicans. We're seeing a lot of the benefits come our way with Trump's policies. So he's basically saying he would rather see you guys suffer. He's saying it's for the just so that you know, if there's any way we can get Trump kicked out of office. So now look at the weight here. He's saying that he would rather kick Trump out of office and risk all the benefits and pluses and stuff that we as minorities have seen in the Trump era just be thrown away and go through a recession just so Trump can get out of office. How fucking big do you think that guy's ego is?
Yes, 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 you, no, 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 no. Ego music, it's all about me.
The guy's worth, I think I've read, anywhere between $50 to $100 million. This isn't going to be affecting him. It's going to be affecting us. Does he care about what we think as little people? Abso-fucking-lutely not. But yet you guys, the majority of you guys, especially all you left-wing people, you worship his cock like it's a fucking shrine.
Ego music, it's all about sense of entitlement, sense of entitlement.
You know, you will take all of his, oh, he's so smart, he's so this, he's so that. You know what? Great, yeah. Some people are smart, some people have an air of smartness. And some things, some people don't. We all have that ability, regardless. It doesn't matter if you're me, if you're him, if you're a homeless person on the street. I've learned many things from homeless people when I was homeless, you know, back in my late teens, early 20s. I learned a great deal of good things that stuck with me from homeless people. Again, you can't measure the amount of knowledge, smartness, wisdom, just by putting somebody on a pedestal. This guy has this wrong. Bill Maher has this wrong. He is basically slapping us minorities in the face, saying he would rather see us suffer. Those are the words. That is the way that I interpret what he just said, because we are the ones benefiting the most from this process. We finally have roots in the ground to begin a lot of our lives, you know, as minorities that Trump's policies has set for us. And they want to take this all away. They would rather see us suffer. How the fuck do you guys not see this? Anyway, so with this, just a side note here, just a side note. Donald Trump, oh my God, this is awesome because we're not going to see any response, I bet. All the NFL players who are protesting, they decided, you know, Trump is bad, you know, he's letting all these black people be incarcerated. Well, he just worked with Kim Kardashian to get that one drug lord lady who, again, you know, she made millions off of what she did. And she was serving time. Yes, it was a first offense. And they're saying that there was no lives threatened. But how do we know that statistically? We don't know all the people that she sold all these drugs to. Maybe somebody had an OD. We don't know where it traces back to. So don't let her off the hook completely. Anyways, Kim Kardashian, you know, worked with Trump to get her not set free. I mean, she still has to. I think she's on probation. But she's serving her sentence out of prison in a less harmful way. Whatever. Anyways. Everybody's, you know, and then all these other rappers and stuff are telling people not to work with Trump directly. I don't know, there was one rapper, I think it was Jay-Z, saying not to work with Trump to some other rapper by the name of like Slim Skin, or I don't know what the fuck his name is, some weird ass name. But yeah, everybody's saying to not work with Trump. But yet Trump comes out and says,
you have a lot of people in the NFL in particular, but in sports leagues, they're not proud enough to stand for our national anthem. I don't like that. For the leagues, if they have people, if the players, if the athletes have friends of theirs or people that they know about that have been unfairly treated by the system, let me know. And if I find, and my committee finds that they're unfairly treated, then we will pardon them or at least let them out.
How do you make progress if you're not going to work with the president, asshole? How the fuck are you supposed to make progress? Oh, you know what? Is to keep a reputation? Well, are you, again, you're letting your ego get in the way. Are you saying that your reputation is worth more than the black lives that you can help get out of prison for small crimes?
There's a real purity to my work, a childish innocence. But I'm also smart and sophisticated. I mean, I grew up on the street.
You guys are fucking mental. So with this, Trump basically comes out and says, you know, hey, if all you NFL players kneeling and you guys say that there's injustices going on, bring the names to the table. I'll research, and if there were injustices, I'll get them out of prison, or we can at least do something. I bet you not one of them will come out, because they know deep down inside that when they pick that name, the police reports are going to show otherwise. The body cam footage is going to show otherwise. And then it's going to make them look bad all over again, like all the body cam footage is making everybody look bad right now, calling out all the fucking liars against the officers right now. It's going to happen again. And granted, there's probably a couple. I assume there are a couple of hundred, if not less, maybe 100 or less, across the nation that have been unjustly criminalized. Maybe it's in the thousands. I don't know, off of the hundreds of thousands, but I highly doubt it. But let's see if these football players who are actually kneeling and protesting know their shit and actually give the names so Donald Trump can actually do his work and hopefully get these people out. Then don't say you don't want to work with Trump because you don't like him. Look, he's willing to work with you to get these people out of prison. Isn't that worth it enough? Get your fucking ego out of your ass. So, with that, going back to Mr. Maher here. Mr. Maher basically is saying that he doesn't like seeing progress with us. He hates Trump so much that he's willing to see us as working class blacks, working class Mexicans, working class Puerto Ricans, working class Asians, working class whites, working class whatever, go down into a slump again. He wants to see us go down so that Trump can go down. Can you not read between the lines there, people? You know, and again, I'm saying it generally. I know there's a lot of you people out there who actually have a good head on your shoulders. You can see through the BS that he's spilling. But then there's a lot of you who actually take his word as scripture, and you go with it. I don't know what the fuck is on your mind. So anyways, what are you guys' thoughts on Bill Maher? Do you think he's he's right? Do you think that you would love to see Trump fail? You would love to see his policies fail and start a recession just so Trump could go down? Or are you actually happy about the things that Trump is doing, whether you like him as a person or not? Are you happy that he's actually enriching your lives with less taxes, with more opportunity, with careers and jobs that are now flourishing and being handed over to minorities without the aid, I would say, of affirmative action? I think affirmative action is not being used all that much right now. In the scope of the Trump agenda, I would assume, anyways, because people just want to get to work. And then there's one other exciting thing happening is when I'm not sure what the name of it is, the Inner Cities project that Trump is actually trying to roll out. What that's going to do is that's going to end up creating jobs within communities, within these communities that actually need improvement. It's going to get people in the communities back to work. It's going to get them improving their neighborhoods. It's going to get people, and once that happens, just imagine like the relationships that can be established of people who never even knew each other before, people that hated each other before, like rival gangs or whatever. I'm talking extreme here, but obviously it's going to be a lot, a blend of just like neighbors that never met each other and whatnot. All of them working, they have these jobs, they're seeing their communities they're growing again, and they're getting away from that ghetto. The ghettoized nothingness that keeps them down. They're going to be improving their communities, creating jobs, being happy, being friendly with each other. That's a fucking dream, isn't it? That's what we all strive for. This isn't what the Democrats want you on. This is not. It's not. I would say even a lot of the Republicans don't want you on that. Trump is in his own class. He's not a Democrat or a Republican. I think he's more centrist. At least as far as I've seen his policies work out and the way that he operates, he seems that way. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you think that Bill Maher is on track by saying, hey, let's watch America go down because that's the only way we're going to get Trump out of office? You guys really think in extremes if that's the case, or do you think that I'm partially or fully on the right win by saying that Bill Maher is basically anti-American? He is anti-American and wanted to see us all fail, wanted to see his country fail. Thoughts? Thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, rate, hate. I love it all. All right, guys. Peace out.
That's racist! That is racist. And this happens every single day. And I am so tired of it.